Hi, this is Sean with Your Work, Your Success. What's the deal with superhero movies? I mean, why are they so popular? Why are they so popular with men, especially younger men? Is it because we love violence? No, that's not it. My opinion? It's because every man wants to save the world, at least a little bit of it. That's why these stories resonate with us. The more the entertainment industry sticks to that very simple theme, the more successful the movie is, and the more money that Robert Downey Jr. gets paid. It's the same thing with sports movies. We love it when we see the underdog going for the championship, even if they ultimately lose in the end. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the risk, the bigger the goal. We love it. We eat that stuff up. We want to change the world. We want to make things better. That's where this YouTube channel came from, by the way. For a long time, I had been wanting to help other guys be successful. I wanted them to be able to take advantage of the lessons I'd learned along the way. For a while, I kind of tossed around the idea of starting a little introduction to IT in our garage. And I even went over to the high school across the street, said, hey, do you have a computer class that I could help out with? Turns out they didn't, which I found kind of surprising. We had a whole computer program in our high school back in the 80s, for crying out loud, but they didn't. Anyway, I had some ideas and I didn't do much with. And then COVID-19 hit. We had medical staff doing their part, frontline workers doing their part, and I wanted in on the fight. I wanted to do my part. I was desperate to help in some way. So that's why this channel exists. There was already a problem, then the problem got worse, and I dreamed up a way to try to help a couple hundred guys, a couple hundred families. That's my point. You don't have to save the whole world. You need to find that one problem that you can help with. That one problem, and make a difference in somebody's life. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to be famous. It doesn't have to help out millions of people. It has to make a difference to you and your family and hopefully some other people. And maybe the only difference is it's going to be providing a paycheck for you and your family. That's fine. But you need to make a difference. It's inside of us. That's how we operate. So what does this look like? It's the plumber who comes to your house, does a great job, cleans up after himself, and doesn't overcharge you. It's the mechanic who treats the customer with respect and works hard to get their car back on the road safely. It's the doctor that takes time to do the latest research and listen to the patients so he can offer the best care. It's the gas worker that brings the gas to my house and keeps the heat on. It's the corporate executive who's motivated more by what the customer actually needs. Not enough for you? Then pick your cause and act. Take on world hunger, illiteracy, international slavery, too much garbage in landfills, whatever. Just go for it. Pick something and make a difference. This is your opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life. So what's the point of all this? Why am I telling you to make a difference in somebody else's life? Why am I talking to you about why superhero movies are so popular? Motivation. That's it. Motivation. I cannot motivate you. I can't motivate you to get out of bed. I can't motivate you to dedicate time to your success. I can inspire you. I can give you tools and ideas. I can help shine a light in the darkness. But you have to decide to step on the path. Only you can motivate you. Motivation comes from knowing why you're doing something, not how to do something. The Army has understood this for years. You might think we just have to tell troops, do this thing, and they do it. It doesn't work that way. There were times when I was in the Army I would just give orders and didn't have time to explain why we were doing it. But blind obedience only gets you so far. Remember, We're asking people to put up with hardships, maybe give their lives for a cause. It's important that they understand why they're doing it. So when we told troops to do something, before we ever told them what the mission was or how we were going to do it, we told them why we were doing it. There's a standardized format that we use in the Army when we're given orders. So before the mission and before how we're going to accomplish the mission, we give the situation. We give the enemy situation and we give the friendly situation. In other words, we say what the enemy's doing and what we're doing about it. It goes like this. We pull out the map. Situation enemy. The enemy are up here, and we think they're planning to attack across here in order to cut this unit off. Situation friendly. What our side is going to do. We're going to attack up here in their side and try to disrupt their attack so they're not successful over here. After explaining the situation, then they understand why we're doing it, and then they have the motivation to pay the price. Because they know what happens if we don't act. If you will take the time to understand why you want to be successful and what you want to be successful with, then you'll be motivated to pay the price for it. I told you why I started this channel. What I didn't tell you is that it took me 9 months to finally get an episode out. We were really busy at work, and we always are, so I come home at the end of the day pretty tired. Plus we have a busy family life, and we took on some home improvement projects, and these are all worthwhile things, and I'm glad to give my time to that. But 9 months, it was killing me. I'm thinking, there's guys out there who really need my help. I've got to get moving on this. I was motivated. I was doing a lot of prep work, getting the episodes ready, recording things for later, learning how to use the technology. I was working towards the goal. I just didn't have anything out there for you yet. I know how important meaningful work is for us. I knew that the suicide rate was rising. I knew that alcoholism was going out because a lot of guys had lost hope. You are my why. I believed I could help you, and that motivated me to keep moving forward. That motivated me to give my free time. That motivated me to sacrifice time with my family. Helping you is what motivates me to sacrifice vacation time, even to spend money on equipment. That's what motivation is, really. The power to give up something, to sacrifice something. Something that you control or something that you own in order to achieve a goal. Motivation is the power to give up something, to sacrifice something in order to achieve a goal. Say you figured out the problem you want to solve. Whatever it is. What are you going to sacrifice to solve it? What are you willing to give up in order to make a difference? What is it that's that important to you? Don't worry about the how right now. Just focus on your why. Here's your assignment. Start to figure out your why. Start to figure out the problems you want to solve. You can't do this all in one go. It's going to take you a long time to work through this. It's a process. Figure out what's important enough to you that you're willing to give of yourself to make a difference in other people's lives. Figure out what's important enough to you that you're willing to give up your time, your entertainment, your whatever. Figure out what will get you out of bed in the morning. Figure out how you can make a difference to yourself and your family and to others. Big, little, it doesn't matter. Maybe the problem you want to solve right now is that you need to provide for your family. That's a great goal. The guy that plowed the field in the prairie 100 years ago just to feed his family was every bit as noble as the guy that designed the railroad that brought him here. Write down the problem you want to solve and then refine your idea. You're not locked in for life. This is a process. It's all part of the journey. Figure out the problem and really look at it. Why is it important to you? If it's that important, your why will provide your motivation. You get to be the hero of this story. This is your work, your success.